A new monthly event launched by the Senior Resource Center in Freeport hopes to educate older adults with valuable information while enjoying the company of others.
They're calling it their Lunch and Learn series, where attendees can bring a sack lunch and hear from a different guest speaker every month, covering a variety of topics. Thursday marks the inaugural session. This month's topic focused on fire safety and featured representatives from the Freeport Fire Department.
We did surveys and we had meetings where we talked with seniors about what they're interested in, what they would like to learn more about, what questions they had, and then we've kind of formed then programs around what those interests or what those needs are.